and California, they're doing something very strange. And as investors, we really need to pay attention. So the World Economic Forum, they pretty much want to get rid of all of our cars. And they will pretty much stop at nothing to accomplish this. And at the end of the day, this is certainly going to cost pretty much everyone a lot more money and inconvenience. Let's be honest. And if you're only depending on fixed income, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, or maybe you're a salaried worker, maybe you have a regular job, maybe you're making 80 grand a year, 100 grand a year, six figures. Well, this means that, with limited means and the inability to increase your income, this could pose some rather serious problems. And so I almost feel like it's my responsibility to make sure that you guys prepare. Now, we're all adults here, but for those of you guys who are smart, you're watching videos like this and you're preparing your next moves to be able to get ahead of the curve. And that's one of the wisest things that we can do right now. Now, really quick, we're live right now. We got about 13 people in here. If you guys could just drop a quick like for the video, that'd mean a lot to me. Let's help get more people in here so that they can hear this message. Wow. We've got a large, I think that was a ship, if you guys heard that. Anyway, reporting from New York City. Anyway, so the world is evolving at an unprecedented pace here, and nowhere is this even more evident than in the realms of transportation. We're seeing it in real estate. We're seeing the broader economic landscape. Recent proposals to install tolls on Bay Area freeways in California and similar tax ideas in other regions of the United States have literally sparked discussions about the future of our transportation systems. Guys, real estate markets and overall economic well-being. I mean, we're going to talk more about how these developments and, I'm going to share with you guys some critical insights on how investors can best position themselves for the significant changes that lie ahead of us, guys. Now, if you appreciate information like this, please take a second, drop a quick like for the video, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. It'd mean the world to me. Now, yesterday I told you guys about how Florida, New York, and California have all been experiencing a significant migration trend. In fact, residents they're either leaving or they're strongly considering leaving various states for various reasons. With home affordability being one of those reasons. Now, thanks to record inflation levels, rising interest rates, and several other factors, many people are considering just leaving and getting out. In fact, this trend has only been amplified by the COVID-19 pandemic and could further escalate even further if a new virus outbreak occurs. Now, the very recent mysterious undiagnosed outbreak of pneumonia in the Netherlands, coupled with the emergence of respiratory illnesses in China, India, the UK, and several other countries, has only made matters worse and is a cause for heightened concern due to the potential to significantly impact the housing market in areas, very expensive areas like New York, California, Seattle, Nevada, Florida, but not just there. In fact, the fact that the outbreak remains undiagnosed and many believe that this respiratory illness, across multiple countries, it suggests a level of uncertainty regarding the nature and the severity of the underlying health issue. Now, this uncertainty can create fear and anxiety among the general population, which may influence their decisions related to housing. Now, really quick, what's going on, Tito's son? I see you. What's going on, Diana? People on SSI and SSDI getting extra this month. Is that a question? It looks like that is a question. T Hops. Now, I want to ask you guys real quick. If you can just take a second, let me know if you guys are able to see and hear me okay. I would totally appreciate that. Now, consider this, guys. California is currently considering implementing significant charges ranging anywhere from 10 to 30 cents for every mile that you drive on the freeway. This is madness. Can you imagine this? This is on top of the gas prices that you're having to deal with. California's probably got $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon gas during any given point in time during the year. To add this cost on top of that is bananas. Forget about the higher insurance costs for your automobile insurance. I mean, So picture this scenario. The cost of your daily commute, it already is a significant expense, not to mention a lot of people have car payments, yada yada yada, right? This could literally just skyrocket. And it's not just California. The Metropolitan Transportation Commission has very ambitious plans to transform freeways into tollways across the state. Okay? This is very significant. So here's the alarming part. This trend is not isolated. In fact, Portland, Tennessee, Florida, and even New York City are toying with this same very similar tax proposal for just driving your car. Now, I want you guys to just pause and think about this for a second. Why is all of this happening all at once? You got to ask yourself, why is all this happening all at once? Are these merely like separate initiatives, or is there a more substantial interconnected shift on the horizon that could dramatically impact our everyday life? That's the real question. So the average person has to consider the implications of this synchronized movement and what it could mean for the future. Now, what are you guys thinking in the live? Drop me some comments, guys. Are any of you guys living in any of these states that I mentioned? I'd love to hear from you guys. Jay Kilgore says $2.84 a gallon for unleaded right now in Arkansas. Barbara Lynch says total control. John Martin says sounds like the movie In Time. Anybody got any? The wind almost took my phone away from me. So, have any of you guys seen that movie by chance? Chime in if you will. So, kind of getting back to where we were though. These are significant changes that we are actually seeing across the board, not just in the states that I mentioned, but multiple states in fact, right? So anyway, so get this, guys. New York governor withdraws housing mandate proposal. Governor Kathy Hochul will abandon a key component to her housing proposal that would have required municipalities to add new housing every 3 years. Now, why would she pull that back? Well, according to a report by Ben Max in city and state New York Governor Kathy Hochul is basically bowing down to the pressure from local lawmakers. Now, I don't know if this is true, but this is what they're saying. New York Governor Kathy Hochul will essentially back down on her proposal to mandate housing construction in the state. And they're saying that, quote, there are many other planks to Hochul's, I don't know if it's Hochul or Hochul's, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Anyway, the sweeping housing platform to build 800,000 new homes over a decade. Most are expected to remain part of her 2024 agenda, such as a replacement for the expired 421A tax break in order to spur rental housing development that includes some affordable housing. Now, obviously, affordable housing is a tremendous problem right now, not just in New York, but all over the United States. But some of the most expensive areas are definitely affecting, pretty much everyone. But some of the most expensive areas are, California, New York, Florida, Nevada. Now, here's the thing, guys. The mandate would have paralleled California's regional housing needs assessment, which allocates specific housing targets to each locality in the state. Quote, despite Hochul making the housing compact her marquee proposal and both Democratic supermajorities in the legislature naming housing as a top priority, a bruising 2023 state budget and legislative session concluded in June with a lot of finger pointing, but no major housing policy passed. Why is that? Now, guys, in an era where, home ownership is increasingly challenging due to rising property taxes, we got the threat of natural disasters in certain areas of the country, soaring homeowners association fees, and other home affordability concerns, safeguarding your investment is more critical than ever. So I went ahead and I dropped a link in the description of this video and as a pinned comment for a free home warranty quote, your shield against any kind of, for many of these unforeseen home maintenance expenses. Now, don't let the unexpected repairs catch you off guard. It's a quick and easy process. It only takes like 10 seconds, and it could literally potentially save you thousands of dollars in the long run. So, when appliances and systems break down, the cost could be astronomical. A good home warranty plan covers essential components, providing you with peace of mind. With housing costs on the rise, homeowners need budget-friendly solutions. A home warranty, it helps you to manage these unexpected expenses while keeping your finances intact. So in states like California, Florida, Texas, where natural disasters are a concern, a home warranty could literally be a lifesaver, ensuring that you have support when you need it most. So offset the impact of rising HOA fees, rising property tax increases by reducing the financial strain of home maintenance expenses. So go ahead and hit the link in the description down below and in the pinned comment of this video. Get your free home warranty quote. Only takes like 20 seconds. Now, guys, California Bay Area leaders, they have suggested introducing tolls ranging from 10 to 30 cents a mile per mile on freeways. Similar tax proposals are being considered in other parts of the country. We're talking Portland, Tennessee, Florida, New York City. And guys, the primary goal is to reduce carbon emissions by discouraging private car use. The World Economic Forum will literally stop at nothing to get you out of your car. I think that's very clear. Now, the transformation of freeways into tollways aligns with a broader agenda of shifting towards more sustainable and efficient transportation options, right? Introduction of tolls could significantly increase the cost of driving on the freeways. It could literally make it so expensive people can't even afford to get to work. This is horrible, or it could be horrible. Anyway, so, long-term plans include turning highways into parks. Can you imagine highways being just paved over or turned to dirt and grass? Can you imagine highways literally being remade into parks and public spaces? Well, these are the plans that we're hearing about. In fact, the mayor of Los Angeles envisions a car-free city. I'm saying car-free. They're trying to get rid of the cars by 2030, promoting alternative modes of transportation. Now, guys, let me know if you want links to this information. This is wild. I'm not making this stuff up. And if you guys are getting any value out of these videos, please take a second. We have 194 people in this live right now. Please take a second, drop a quick like for the video. It only takes a second. I really, really do appreciate you guys. We only have 69 likes. Show some love. Drop a quick like. It only takes a second. Increased transportation costs may necessitate higher incomes to maintain standard, current living standards. Like I said before, if you can't increase your income because you're living on a fixed income, that could pose a serious problem for a lot of people. The largest segment of those people who could be affected would be likely living primarily off of Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. Now, the discussion of converting freeways and office spaces into residential units is also on the table. And some people say maybe they want to target those on Social Security. Why would they want to impact that segment of the population? Like, why? That doesn't sound fair. You guys let me know why you think that might be the case. I'd love to hear from you guys. Beth Kensinger says, future investment plan horses. Wow. I hope we're not going back to horse and carriage. I kind of like my car. What about you guys? Not a big fan of the EVs, but I do like my gas-powered car. Anyway, so this potential impact on real estate values and housing availability is a real issue. In fact, cities such as Los Angeles and New York City, they're striving to reduce homelessness by repurposing assets. Now, with the transformation of commercial real estate, matter of fact, let me see. Can you guys see over here? There is a significant homeless problem here in New York City, guys. Right behind me. Significant homeless problem here in New York City. But as I said earlier, Kathy Hochul has pretty much canceled the plans that, for adding roughly 800,000 houses. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. With the transformation of commercial real estate looming, there are significant investment opportunities for some savvy investors. And I hope you guys are paying attention, because I think that this could create one of the greatest wealth transfer opportunities that we've seen in a lifetime. So with this transformation of commercial real estate coming, savvy investors are paying attention to some of these new opportunities. Now, most people have no idea what's coming down the pipeline. But as lenders may become cautious about lending on these assets, investors could come in, refurbish, and convert some of these office spaces into housing, potentially benefiting from tax incentives and windfall profits. And what we've seen in the past is that a lot of these governments, local, state governments, federal governments, they hand out these grants. And sometimes they will almost pay you to take these properties and make them livable. And this could literally funnel a tremendous amount of money in an investor's direction. Kind of like the grant, the $17,000 grant that I shared with you guys yesterday in my video yesterday. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, make sure to check out the video about the $17,000 housing grant. And a lot of my audience would actually qualify for this. In fact, it's for several groups of people: first-time home buyers, people living on Social Security, military veterans. I forget all the different people who qualify for this, but there were no income caps. It was up to $17,000 in grant money that doesn't have to be paid back. This was FHA. And anyway, I'm not going to remember all the details right now, but if you haven't already checked out that video, be sure to check it out. And if you're looking to rent or even buy a house, you definitely want to check out that video, because with all that free money, it might actually be cheaper to buy a house, especially if the government's going to give you an extra 17 grand and provide 100% financing. And I think you only need a credit score of like 620 or higher to qualify. But anyway, but getting back, approximately $2.7 trillion in commercial real estate this debt needs to be refinanced in the next 2 to 3 years. That's a lot of commercial real estate refinancing that's going to need to happen. Now, many of these properties are concentrated in some urban areas, potentially vulnerable to a commercial real estate downturn. Now, investors should watch these areas, these developments very closely, and consider the opportunities that are coming up in order to diversify their portfolios. People need a place to live. There's a tremendous housing problem, housing affordability issue, homeless problem in multiple states and cities. But ultimately, smart investors will explore these investments in areas with growth potential, such as real estate in the less densely populated regions. I'd be focusing on acquiring assets that align with the changing economic landscape, including sustainable and affordable housing options, right? These are things that everyone's going to need. So as we witness this transformative change in transportation, real estate, and the economy at large, it is crucial for investors to stay informed and adapt to this evolving landscape, right? These changes could literally pose challenges, so we have to stay prepared. We have to prepare ourselves, prepare our families. What's going on, Catalia? Yes, you're right. You do have to meet certain criteria in order to qualify for the grants. So I don't know. Hey, I don't know if I'm in Upper West Side right now. I don't really know where I'm at, but I am in Manhattan. I can tell you that much. But good to see you in here, Catalia. My bad. There's a loud ambulance going by. Anyway, but understanding the potential economic consequences of these shifts and seeking out investments that align with the changing world is paramount. So anyway, guys, I definitely just wanted to kind of share this information with you guys. I'm gonna head in. It's getting a little chilly. But yeah, definitely be mindful of these different opportunities that are coming up. And I hope you guys are getting value out of this video. If you haven't already, please take a second, drop a like for the video. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys are getting value out of these videos. Be sure to get your free home warranty quote. I did leave a link for you guys in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Y'all be safe. All right, bye.